Pessoal, boa noite. Boa noite. Aê, agora sim, melhorou. Pessoal que está online também, boa noite. Sejam muito bem-vindos. Na realidade, quando nós iniciamos aí a pós-graduação, nós falamos para vocês que, em alguns momentos, nós teríamos algumas atividades internacionais, né? O UNES, ele possui várias parcerias internacionais, e aí tem alguns momentos que a gente acaba promovendo essas atividades internacionais, tá? Isso é importante para o curso de vocês, é importante para o aprendizado de vocês, tá? São atividades que a gente chama de multiprofissionais, então por isso que hoje nós chamamos todas as turmas de pós-graduação, né, que alguns estão de forma presencial, outros estão de forma online, mas para que todos possam participar dessa atividade internacional, tá? A atividade hoje é uma palestra, tá, sobre desenvolvimento sustentável, os impactos na gestão. Na realidade, é uma conexão entre Brasil e Índia. Então, nós estamos com a professora da Índia, professora Shaline, tá, que vai conversar com vocês aí sobre essa questão do desenvolvimento sustentável, os impactos na área de gestão. É uma palestra que, na realidade, ela vai realizar na língua inglesa, né? Ela vai estar realizando no inglês e vai ter uma tradução simultânea, ok? Então, se por acaso vocês tiverem alguma dúvida, quiserem fazer alguma pergunta e tal, tem o tradutor, ele vai estar traduzindo, ou se aqueles que às vezes já têm o domínio podem estar fazendo na língua inglesa sem problema nenhum, tá certo? Palestra que deve durar mais ou menos em torno de uns 40 minutos, depois abre para as perguntas e depois vocês retornam às aulas de forma normal, ok? Pessoal, mais uma vez, muito obrigado. Professora Shaline.
Good evening.
Boa noite, pessoal. Pessoal, vamos combinar o seguinte. Ela fala, eu traduzo. Se vocês não precisarem da tradução, me dão um ok, aí eu recuo. Se tiverem alguma dúvida, precisar da minha ajuda, estou à disposição, me fala a pergunta, eu transmito para ela. Posso traduzir ou vocês preferem ouvi-la em inglês? O que vocês preferem? Então, nós vamos combinar que combinando nós dois aqui um bate-bola para ficar legal com vocês. Professor, you're going to talk to them in English, I'll translate to them.
How many of you understand English?
Quantos de vocês entendem inglês?
So. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. You are management students?
Vocês são estudantes de administração? A maioria são? Não?
No. No. Yes. Oh, fine. Okay, so I always want to interact when I'm delivering a lecture. So I'll be talking to you people in between, right? And it will be an interactive session. So Alex is going to help us in that way.
Ok. Ela está falando que ela vai conversar com vocês um pouco sobre administração, um pouco sobre o meio ambiente, e eu vou dar um suporte para vocês nisso.
Right? Yeah? With me? Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's understand this first, the meaning of this word, sustainable development, because today's topic is sustainable development, right? So sustainable development is basically what? Okay, let me ask you this question. What is a sustainable development? I hope we all understand this topic. You know this topic a little bit?
Vocês conhecem o que é desenvolvimento sustentável? Vocês escutam muito falar sobre isso? O que vocês acham que é?
Yes.
Yes.
They know do you know this topic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I'm saying one thing. I want to be an interactive session. I want you to participate if possible. So what do you mean by that? Like, why, what is the need of this topic? Or what is sustainable development? Anybody here who would like to say onto this topic?
Vocês gostariam de compartilhar com ela o que vocês sabem a respeito disso? O que vocês entendem? Por que isso é importante? Ela está, de certa forma, convidando vocês para interagir com ela. Então, se alguém puder contribuir.
Yes.
Em inglês, quem souber, quem não souber, a gente ajuda.
Anyone?
They are a little bit afraid to talk in English.
Scared?
But
No, you
that's
can
okay. In a
speak.
few minutes, they're going to be okay.
You can speak in your language. He will convert it to me. And then we can, like, you tell them?
Wait a minute. I'll help them to be a little bit, get rid of afraid in here.
Okay.
Quem torce para o Atlético Mineiro? Professor, I did a wrong question here. Sorry. Quem torce para o Flamengo aqui agora? Então, se ninguém torce para o Atlético nem para o Flamengo, vamos participar para poder estimular, né? Porque senão ela vai ficando só, né, perguntando e aí fica monótono na palestra. Ela quer participação.
Yes.
Vamos lá? Quem quer participar? Sustainable Development. O que é desenvolvimento sustentável? Quem trabalha em empresa e mexe na área de meio ambiente ou lida com essa área, pode contribuir com alguma coisa.
Nobody.
Nobody?
Okay.
Ninguém?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Então, o objetivo nosso é trabalhar um pouco na questão da redução mesmo do uso de materiais, principalmente a questão do papel, né? E, assim, gerando neles essa habilidade, na verdade, essa consciência de deixar, né, preservar para as próximas gerações.
Qual é o seu nome? Luiz. Você é professor?
Sim.
Qual matéria?
Eu não trabalho com essa matéria, mas isso é, na verdade, dentro da escola a gente trabalha de maneira interdisciplinar.
Educação básica ou educação superior?
Educação básica.
Luiz. He's a teacher. He teaches arts in the basic school, and he said he deals with sustainable development in an interdisciplinary way with other subjects, and they try to inform the students how important is that and how they can preserve the environment for the future generations.
Very right. Very right. Good. So sustainable development, you all know that it is the development that meets the need of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. So this is what the sustainable development is according to the definition, right? So, would you like to
Vocês
say?
entenderam o que ela falou? Não? Desenvolvimento sustentável é usar os recursos que nós temos hoje sem prejudicar os recursos que as futuras gerações poderão usar. Essa é a definição básica de desenvolvimento sustentável.
Okay, we'll come to this in more details, right? So this is only the definition that I have talked about. My next question is why there is a need of sustainable development in the country, in the world? Why there is a need? Yes.
Por que precisa de desenvolvimento sustentável no mundo todo, não só num determinado país, em geral? Qual é a razão desse ponto, dessa discussão que rola mundo afora? Is that a question? Would you like them to share their opinion with you?
Anybody who would like to speak on to this?
Vocês gostariam de compartilhar a opinião, falar um pouquinho? Quer falar em inglês? Ok.
Eu penso que nós nascemos pensando que os recursos eram inacabáveis, eles eram infinitos, e nós estamos descobrindo que eles podem ser finitos.
We are born thinking that the resources are forever, but indeed they are not. So right now we have to preserve what we have, otherwise they will disappear.
Yes. Okay, let me take you to this another slide. You know that the temperature of the earth is rising, right? And there is a global warming throughout the world. That is why there is a need for the sustainable development. So this is the need. Please explain this.
Ali é bem explicativo, né? Dá para todo mundo entender, as palavras são simples, né? Mas a temperatura da Terra está subindo, 1,5 graus a 2, falando bem popular, o bicho vai pegar, né? E gera o aquecimento global, que derrete geleiras e as coisas se complicam, sobe o nível do mar, países baixos vão serem inundados com muita facilidade, e daí a necessidade do desenvolvimento sustentável.
Okay, so in 2015, there was a conference, and that conference is called as Paris Climate Change Conference. In 2015, this was the conference where the people of the world, 200 countries, they joined together and they thought that there is a need to preserve the environment. Can you please speak?
Paris 2015, Conferência da Mudança Climática, mais de 200 países tomaram parte, assinaram o compromisso, muitos deles não fizeram nada, né? O mundo tem um pouco mais de 200 países, então a maioria, né, a grande maioria dos países estavam lá.
Okay, are you understanding?
Yeah.
Are you understanding, all of you?
Estão entendendo, pessoal?
Right?
Tranquilo?
Okay. This is important for me to know you are understanding or not, right? Because this is a very interesting topic. You'll, the gradually will move, you'll like it, right? This is what I think. Anyways, so, okay. So in this conference, they decided, sorry, back. Okay. In this conference, they decided that we should all over the world should devise certain policy so that carbon dioxide emission should be controlled.
Desse processo foi definido que todos os países que participaram e assinaram, foram participantes, tinham que reduzir a emissão de carbono. Todos. Mas de lá para cá, muitas coisas mudaram e muitas coisas não aconteceram.
And there is a need to cut down carbon dioxide emission by at least 45% by 2000. Sorry. So this is what is required. I hope you understand the numbers. You understand the numbers?
Yes.
The carbon dioxide is to be decreased by 45% by the year 2000. Otherwise, what will happen? So if this does not stop, if this carbon dioxide emission does not stop, there will be a global warming and the temperature of the earth will rise.
Okay. O compromisso era reduzir a emissão de dióxido de carbono por 45%, que é um negócio muito grande, né? E isso até 2030. A gente está vendo que não está chegando perto disso. Eles queriam chegar próximo de zero, porque se isso não acontecesse, a temperatura subiria 1,5 graus a 2, e aí a coisa ia ficar quente.
Okay, so the temperature of the earth should be between these points, because it is important. The temperature of the earth is rising like anything because of the ozone layer depletion. You all understand that? Ozone layer depletion?
Yeah, they know.
Yeah?
Ela está falando sobre a camada de ozônio, a degradação da camada de ozônio, né, os buracos que estão surgindo, e que aí o reflexo do sol acaba ficando retido e aquecendo mais do que deveria.
A minha pergunta é a questão da conferência, se teriam só o pessoal dos países, estaria envolvido o pessoal da economia, junto com política, que eles tomaram essa decisão.
Over the meeting in 2015 in Paris, were there politicians, economists and people from the many areas that took part in that decision, or was just one or two persons?
No, there
from
were
the government?
200 countries who joined together into this mission, and they decided that the carbon dioxide emission should be reduced by 45% of what it is happening nowadays, right? So why it is important? Do you understand English?
I'll explain to him. Ela falou o seguinte, que 200 países tomaram parte e que os caras lá decidiram que tinha que reduzir por 45%. Então, eles mesmos, e tinha lá no meio economistas, políticos, né, que chegaram, naturalmente tinham também cientistas no processo. There were scientists over there that helped them to take that decision.
Eu fiz a pergunta porque isso implica diretamente nas empresas, na sociedade.
According to him, that implies in companies, when reducing CO2, it means implying companies should be involved with that, because indeed
They are involved. They are involved. In India, they are involved. I'll be giving you examples onto that. The companies all over the world, they are moving towards using the biodegradable products. Just can you convert this?
Yeah.
The companies, they are using the biodegradable products. Let me give you one example. A Subway in India, when we go out to eat, now the pipes, the pipes, straws that they give us to drink is made of paper instead of plastic. So this is one step. This is one example that I'm quoting to you. The companies definitely in the supply chain, everybody is trying to reuse the things. Everybody is trying to be green. You know, the companies, they are, I don't know, like what I have seen here is, this is bad about this. The polythenes are being used like anything here in Brazil. Like, you know, I landed on Saturday at this place and I must be having around 10 polythenes in my room. And I was thinking, what should I do with it? Because this is the most, not the, that substance that doesn't get degradable. But in India, the government has put a ban on these things. I don't know about this place, but the countries, they are doing it. Are you getting me at this?
I'll translate to him.
Okay.
Ela diz o seguinte, que o pessoal todo está abrindo mão disso aqui, canudinhos, plásticos, as coisas estão tomando rumo para abrir mão de coisas que são poluentes, que não são biodegradáveis, e que muitas empresas estão aderindo a matéria-prima biodegradáveis, plásticos biodegradáveis, que na Índia isso já está começando a virar padrão, tá? Ainda tem, mas está virando padrão.
Let me give you another examples. Nowadays, the companies, they are trying to be, even the universities, they are trying to become paperless, right? Paperless. Even the companies, the human resource development, they are trying to hire the people through online medias, online modes, right? Everybody is trying to be online nowadays. Rather than meeting people, if it can be avoided, so the things are like the people, they are trying to meet through the online modes. So it is stop causing the pollution. Are you getting me? Please, can you explain?
Yeah, and also save fuel, because if they don't
Yeah.
have to travel,
Just explain.
coming back.
Yes, yes, very good. Yeah.
Ela comenta que lá na universidade onde ela trabalha, o pessoal está deixando de fazer reunião como aqui, e as coisas estão acontecendo online, porque isso economiza combustível, e se economiza combustível, economiza emissões, causa menos impactos, né? Então, economicamente é melhor e ambientalmente também.
I'll be talking about other things as well in my PPTs that shows how the companies are doing, what the government is doing to become sustainable. I'll be giving you the examples, the slides. This is all live examples I have put into this. Don't worry. You'll get your answers into this, right?
I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Ela disse que durante a apresentação ela vai passar mais detalhes sobre isso, que é só um aquecimento aqui agora para a gente
Yes.
começar.
Okay.
Legal, legal. Obrigado.
Okay. So this is another thing, that is, there is a negative impact of this pollution or the environment that has been harmed. What is the negative impact of this onto the environment? There is a destruction of crops. You can read it from here as well. Just read this from here only, if you want.
Okay, no problem. Go on.
Okay.
At the
There is a
end, I'll translate
destruction.
to them.
Okay. Destruction of crops and disruption of food storage and transport, resulting into an alarming food scarcity situation beyond control. What are the other things that is happening? That is, ozone layer is getting depleted, right? And this is causing skin problems and other problems in the human beings. This is the most direct impact that we people are having due to the environmental degradation.
Let me tell them that.
Yes.
Quais são os impactos negativos, né, dessa questão ambiental? São muitos, né? Muitos. Alguns ali, destruição de florestas, aí queda de produção de alimentos, aí aumenta a fome, problema com o transporte. E o que ela mais preocupa é que o aquecimento global está causando doenças na pele, né? Então, provavelmente, ela não disse isso, mas provavelmente câncer de pele vai rodar solto aí se essa temperatura subir muito, principalmente em países frios, né, que não têm hábitos de viver, né, com altas temperaturas, como aqui que a gente vive.
Are you getting me? Are you with me?
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So let's move directly to that slide. Okay. Now the question is how to achieve the sustainable development, right? How to achieve this? That is the sustainable development, right? So there are different methods the government now is using. This is the countries that is using. They are using solar technology. They are using wind turbines. They are using hydro technologies. So these are the major things the government is doing. So I'm talking about how the government and what the government is doing for these things, right?
Ok. Como que os governos podem ajudar nessa questão da redução dos impactos ambientais, né, causados pelo aquecimento global? Usar energias alternativas, que é o que a gente já tem visto muito no Brasil, né? Energia solar, eólica, hidro, né? Como é que fala, gente? O nome hidrelétricas, mas as hidrelétricas também tem um monte de problema, né? Então, just a comment regarding the hydro technologies. Here in Brazil, we have a lot of hydroelectric companies, but they cause a lot of environmental impact because they flood areas, environmental areas, a lot of animals died, but they are much better than other ones.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about wind power. I hope you have seen all of you have seen this wind turbines. Yes?
Yes.
Have you seen these? So, this is a huge setup. Like if a person has to set up one wind turbine, it costs huge amount. Have you seen them physically? How many of you have seen them physically? Yes? Oh, so it's a huge structure and it's cost lots and lots of money, right? So, this is one of the fastest growing renewable energy technologies. So what we are doing with this, if we are using these wind turbines, more and more wind turbines to produce electricity, this means we are using the sustainable development or we are using the biodegradable products, right?
Let me tell them.
Yes.
Usar energia eólica é tudo de bom, porque ela é natural, ela não polui, e ela gira lá, move o gerador, dali gera energia, e isso preserva e é sustentável, né? Então, em lugares que tem forte corrente de vento, é bem interessante.
Okay. So let me get down to the statistics of it, how much it has increased over the years. So you can see from here, look, this has almost 75 in the past 2 decades. And how much electricity it is producing? It produces electricity, right? So how much electricity has increased? Look at the figures. 7.5 gigawatts in 1997 to some 564 gigawatts by 2018. Do you understand that? Can you please explain?
Professor, just a minute. There's a person online wanting to ask you a question. Yeah. His name is Daniel. He's going to talk to you. Ele vai falar ou eu falo para ele?
Posso falar?
Daniel, pode falar que eu te ajudo aqui.
Com relação aos países que só tem que vivem da produção de petróleo, eles usando esse tipo de energia limpa, mesmo eles vendendo essa energia limpa para outros países, eles vão se tornar países tão ricos como eles são hoje?
Okay. He asked you that a country that use green power like that, wind power, for instance, if they sell energy for other countries, will they keep rich like they are nowadays by using fossil? Yeah, they will keep rich like they are nowadays. Selling.
Let me tell you, it must be difficult. It must be a difficult project because the energy is to be transmitted from one country to another. So they have to see the ways by which they can transmit this energy, because they need the poles and everything. So what is the costing? I think I have not heard of it as yet, maybe, but yes, in the future this can happen. Yeah.
Okay, but nowadays you don't know if
not right. I'm saying like I have not heard of any projects.
Okay. Right.
Because it's a costly one when you start with the turbines. So wind turbines, so it is very costly to construct, and this process, it is working slowly in the countries, and they're developing it.
Okay.
And they're developing it to produce for the whole of the country at present. So now they are still very shortage of this technology in their own country.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
O Daniel, você está me ouvindo bem?
Sim, estou ouvindo sim, pode falar.
O que a professora diz é o seguinte, ela não tem dados para te responder essa pergunta, com certeza, é que normalmente os países ainda estão usando essas energias verdes internamente, não há ainda como exportar esse tipo de energia, e respondendo a pergunta se eles vão continuar ricos usando esse tipo de energia, ela não tem estudos ainda sobre isso para te responder.
Ok, obrigado.
Okay, so let's proceed ahead. Just look at the last points, like production of wind electricity doubled between 2009 and 2013. And in 2016, it accounted for 16% of the electricity generated by this renewables, right? So, you know, every country of the world, they are trying to increase the usage of these wind turbines or the renewable source of energy. So it is increasing day by day. We are getting into that.
Professor,
right?
a question of mine,
yeah.
if I may.
You just explain this to
explain
this to the students first, then we can talk about it.
Ok.
You can.
Ela disse que a produção de energia limpa, né, energia eólica, no caso, aumentou 16% de 2013 para 2016. E a minha pergunta para ela vai ser se fica mais barato produzir nesse modelo ou usando os modelos tradicionais. Is it cheaper to produce energy using wind?
In the beginning, it is not.
It's not.
Because you have to install that. But once it is installed, so that if you start using it and reusing it, so definitely yes. And plus, it is like if you say, because the prices of the oil, what we have to compare it with? We have to compare it with the fossil fuels. So if you compare it with the fossil fuels, they are getting costly day by day. So of course, they'll be cheaper someday. Maybe at present, they might be costly, but in the times to come, they are definitely going to be cheaper with the subsidies provided by the government as well.
It's a kind of scale economy. The more used, the cheaper it's going to be.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll tell them. Por enquanto não é mais barato, mas o fóssil uma hora vai acabar. Então é bom correr e desenvolver alguma coisa que, com a economia de escala, quanto mais você usa, mais barato fica. Então, se cada um não usar e continuar com o fóssil, uma hora vai acabar o fóssil, vai ter que partir para isso e as coisas vão ficar muito complicadas. Ok, professor?
I keep on asking this question again and again. If you have any questions now,
Alguém tem alguma pergunta? Tranquilo?
are you with
Tá.
me?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Anna.
In English, Ana, please.
I'd like to know if between hydro, water, wind, and the other solar in India, what do you see the most development?
Right now, it is, of course, it is hydro, because water is, that is already very much in construction, because hydro has been used for a long period of time. So hydro is the most common, but other source of energy is also developing. Yeah, I have seen a lot many wind turbines. I have seen a lot many solar projects coming up in India. Too much of solar projects is coming in India nowadays. And the governments are giving subsidies as well to them. Yeah, even in houses, yes. Even the question that you were asking was, so what the people they are doing it, if they have an excess, like, let me tell you a story. You tell this first, then I'll tell them a story.
A pergunta da Ana é se lá na Índia eles usam que tipo de modelo de energia, né? Já usam mais a hidrelétrica, mas estão usando a eólica e a solar também, inclusive, como a gente tem visto no Brasil, né? Placas fotovoltaicas nas casas, né? Então a tendência disso é baratear. Eles estão usando bastante lá.
Let me tell you one live example. There is a neighborhood in my country, and she's my friend. They have started, they are using the solar panels over their house, right? Solar panels over their house, and they are able to produce this much of energy, like they are able to use 4 air conditioners, and the whole of the house that gets electrified. Plus, they have excess of the solar energy, and this supplied to the government or to the neighborhood people as well. This is a live example I'm talking about. So this is what is happening in India nowadays.
That happens here too in Brazil.
Okay.
But I'll tell them. Ela está falando que já vive aqui no Brasil, né? Você põe placa fotovoltaica, usa o que precisa, o excedente você ainda vende para as companhias, né? Ela cita o exemplo de um vizinho que liga 4 aparelhos de ar-condicionado, sustenta toda a casa e ainda vende para o governo e compartilha com os colegas. Então, é o que a gente já tem visto.
Ainda não. Boa noite. Eu tenho experiência recente, estava mexendo no Instagram e apareceu uma oferta da Heineken, não sei se você já viu. Isso, eles oferecendo como se fosse, entre aspas, de graça, né? Eles te fornecem energia, você não paga nada, você não tem tarifa nem nada, só que você tem um desconto na hora que você vai pagar a conta mesmo. Então, por exemplo, você vai pagar o mesmo valor que você pagava, porém com um desconto lá de 10%, 15%. Entendeu? Por exemplo, eles geram energia na fábrica, o que excede, o que eles não usam, eles distribuem para a Heineken. Isso. É. Entendeu?
His name is Otávio. He said Heineken beer. Have you ever heard about Heineken beer?
Huh?
It's a brand, Heineken. Beer. Beer. Do you know beer? Beer.
Beer, okay.
A brand, Heineken.
Okay. Okay.
They
fine.
produce here in Brazil. They use solar energy. And what they save, they reduce the price of the product due to the amount they save by using solar energy. It's a way to help people to consume more because the price is going to go down due to the way they use energy.
No,
Got
I'm
it?
not able to understand.
No?
No.
A company here in Brazil,
Okay.
okay, that produce beer.
Beer, okay.
They use solar energy.
Acha, they use solar energy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Hmm.
the energy price gets down,
Okay.
reduced.
Right.
The amount they reduced, they repass to the price. So the consumer pay less for the product because they use solar energy.
Oh, that's good. Great. Great. Good example. Good example. Yeah. So that's good. So I think you know that the countries all over the world, they are trying to do and they are trying to have a sustainable development throughout the world in one way or the other. This is also a very good example. The example I gave you about the house, that is another example, right? So we are trying to have a sustainable development throughout the world, right? So
Ela diz que os países estão tentando achar um caminho para usar outros tipos de energia, né? Que não o fóssil. A question of mine, if I may, what about cars? What about the fuel?
So we are moving on to this thing, electric cars and all that. We are very soon moving to that. In India?
In India too?
Huh?
In India too? They use electric
Yes,
cars in India?
they're starting like nowadays, the technology is developing, but it will take time to get more of the electric cars on the road.
Okay.
So definitely it is like increasing, number is increasing nowadays.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Perguntei para ela com relação aos carros, né? Que usa muito combustível. Carros elétricos. Essa é a tendência na Índia. Ainda tem pouco, mas à medida que aumentar, o preço diminui. É economia de escala, né? Mais usa, mais barato fica. Ok, got it.
Okay, so if we talk about wind turbines, so this is the usage of it. Like there are two types, offshore, onshore. And who is the end users of this industry, commercial and residential? And by region, which countries are basically using this wind turbines, basically? USA, Canada, Mexico, Europe, Germany, UK. These are the countries you can see through it. So this is China, India, Japan, South Korea. So these are the countries that is making use of the wind turbines more and more. Yes.
Nesse slide ela mostra como que está o esquema de uso da energia eólica por tipo. Então, com companhias em casa, companhias estrangeiras, por finalidade industrial, comercial, residencial e por região. América do Norte, Europa, Ásia e a América, aquela sigla, não sei lá meia, mas é Brasil, Arábia, África do Sul e os outros países que fazem parte desse grupo. Okay.
Right. So let's move to the next slide. So these are the key market players who are manufacturing, like who is developing the wind turbines. So these are the famous companies of the world who is designing the wind turbines, right?
São as empresas, algumas famosas, né, que já estão aderindo à energia eólica.
So let's move to the next kind of energy. Oh, sorry. This is a solar energy. Everybody knows that solar energy, right?
Energia solar, tranquilo, né? Ok.
So look, the USA, America has some of the richest solar resources in the world. So this is the country that is doing more and more into the solar energy. That is USA.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, this is the statistics that I have.
Nice, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Let me tell them. Estados Unidos é um dos países que mais usa energia solar no mundo. Eu estou falando para ela, fiquei surpreso, porque eu não sabia dessa informação. Legal. It's cool.
Okay, so the next is, what are the uses of the solar energy? Why do we use solar energy? Generating electricity, providing light or a comfortable interior environment, heating water for domestic, commercial, or industrial use. So these are the uses of the solar energy, right?
Para que se usa energia solar? Né? Para gerar eletricidade, lâmpadas, conforto interior, aquecimento, né? Gás é muito caro para manter as casas aquecidas, então com energia solar isso barateia muito. E também para aquecer água, para fins domésticos, lavar, né? Aqui a gente não precisa, né? É interessante, né? No Brasil a gente não sente necessidade de aquecimento interno, mas lá faz muito frio. Você entra numa casa, não é como o Brasil, né? Você precisa, é necessidade. Então, Otávio. Saying solar energy is nice because besides being cheaper and green, you don't have to use wires, a lot of wires to transport the energy. Even in Mars, you can have solar energy.
Good thing. Okay, so, this is another example of using the solar energy. Just look at this. These are the windows. Look at the windows of this.
Janelas.
They are using solar. These are solar panels, right? So these are the kind of buildings. Scroll down.
São placas voltaicas nas janelas. A gente está acostumado a ver só em cima do telhado, né? Os caras estão usando lá.
Okay, so this building also, they are using solar technology. These windows, right? So they are using now, this is like people are trying to use more and more of the renewable energy, right? I hope you must have seen in the marketplaces, in the institutes, in the universities, what they are doing is like they're putting like the whole of the wall is getting converted into green. Have you seen that? So in India, this is very famous, like this place only. So it is emitting a huge energy, right? It is generating huge carbon dioxide. Yes? You agree with me? Please ask.
Yeah,
Tell them.
I'll ask them. I'll explain first. Então, aqui no Brasil a gente está acostumado a ver no teto, né, no telhado, e ali o pessoal está usando nas paredes, né, captando o sol, onde ele bate, eles pegam, né? E isso está se tornando cada vez mais comum. E ela pergunta se vocês concordam com esse tipo de atitude, se isso é legal, qual é a opinião de vocês. Então, ela está querendo interagir com vocês. Assim.
Have you seen that?
She's asking you if the plaque needs a certain level of angulation to capture the solar energy. You know?
No. This is
Okay.
Acha, this glass you're talking about?
Yeah. She's asking you, they are using plaques on the wall.
Yes.
She's saying sometimes the plaque needs to be a little bit bent so it can capture the solar energy.
So this has been designed that way.
Okay.
It has been designed that way that it captures the solar energy.
Like they are. Okay.
Yes.
Ela comentou que essas placas são desenvolvidas para capturar a energia do jeito que ela chega. Entendeu? Você falou a verdade, tem angulação, mas aquelas ali, bateu lá, vira energia. Solar? Já arrumou parceiro, né? Believe me, here in Brazil, they decide to charge us to get some fee to use solar energy. The question is, that happens in India?
No, I'm not able to
Okay. In Brazil, right now, people don't have to pay money to use solar energy. The government allows everybody to buy the plaques and adjust the house. But now, but in the near future, the government will charge people due to the usage of solar energy. The question is, will that happen in India too?
Yes,
The government will charge you?
right now, not much, little amount. Subsidies are given to us, and like initially we spend the money. Later on, the subsidies are given to us, and so it is almost free for us as well. Yeah, it is free for us as well.
Okay, just a little more.
Yeah.
Pouquinho, eles cobram lá, né, pelo uso, mas a intenção é estimular cada vez mais o uso. Mas cobra um pouquinho. Não sei como é que vai ser aqui no Brasil, não. Porque no Brasil nada é pouquinho quando é cobrado, né? Mas, ok.
This is bad that I'm not able to understand, right?
They are laughing because here in Brazil, when the government start charging us, at the beginning is a little bit, but as time goes by, it gets huge. So they charge us a lot.
Oh,
That's why they
anyways,
are laughing.
okay. So presentation. So, okay, I was giving you an example, another example of green universities as well. So what in India, the concept is like there is a wall, right? And, like the place we are here, it is emitting a lot of carbon dioxide. So what in India, people are doing is on a particular wall, they'll put green plants and that will be full of green plants, and the carbon dioxide that is being emitted is absorbed by these plants, right? Because we all know that the plants, they take in carbon dioxide and they emit oxygen, right? So that is the concept.
Ok, eu explain. Ela disse que hoje em dia uma tendência lá na Índia de nas paredes eles colocarem plantas. A gente já vê isso em alguns prédios, né? Mas qual que é a função disso? Capturar carbono, que a gente aqui está emitindo, né? E isso também contribui para deplorar a camada de ozônio. Agora estão colocando nas paredes, porque, por exemplo, nós estamos emitindo aqui. Então, as plantas capturam aquilo e contribuem para não aquecer mais do que já está aquecendo. Here in Brazil, there are some buildings. They decide okay? They decide to use this kind of solution to capture.
That's great. That's
carbon.
great. Okay. So next is the solar market today. So it is talking about this, and it is talking again about US because it is one of the most usage of the solar energy is in US. So it is talking about that there are more than 126 gigawatts of solar installed in US, enough to power 22 million homes. And over the last decade, the United States had grown at an average of 33% each year. This is with regard to solar energy, right? And more than 3 million individuals or solar installation in the USA, ranging from small home rooftop systems to large. And you just tell them.
Ok, I'll explain to them.
Yes.
Novamente, Estados Unidos está ganhando, né, em termos de produção de energia via solar. Na última década, cresceu aí 33% o comércio, o mercado de energia solar lá, e mais de 3 milhões de indivíduos, mais de 3 milhões de instalações usam energia solar lá nos Estados Unidos, né? Desde casas no teto até sistemas mais complexos. Então, lá está indo de vento em popa o uso de energia solar.
Okay, so moving on to the next, let's talk about hydro energy, hydro technologies. Everybody knows this, I feel. Yeah.
Todo mundo entende hidrelétrica. Ok.
You know that, no? The energy that is produced with the help of the turbines, water turbines, right? Dams that has been there. So again, when I'm talking about the statistics with regards to this, it says that Okay, it says that United States produces 6.3 of the nation's total electricity through the last decade with the help of hydro technologies. So this is the statistics. You talk about this.
Mm-hmm. Just to confirm if I understood well, the United States produces 6.3% of the whole country or the whole world?
Nations total.
The
This
whole-
is
the
about
whole
their,
world.
their nation.
Their
USA.
nation, ok.
Their nation. they're
Ok.
talking about.
De novo, nos Estados Unidos, eles usam a hidrelétrica para produzir energia e 6,3% do total de energia que eles utilizam vem dessa fonte, desse recurso.
So let me show you to another slide. This Zoom hydroelectric technology. Can you take it down? So this is, I have taken a picture. Like this is about USA, and just to show you, like, you know, so this is about USA, one of the projects, dams that has been constructed, to show you how exactly it happens.
Professor, I think the hugest dam in the world is in China, right?
I'm not talking about the largest dam. I'm
Mhm.
talking about the electricity that has been produced.
Mhm. Okay, but
Dam,
in China,
I don't know. sir.
but in China they use hydro.
I have no idea.
Ok. Estava perguntando para ela na China, porque lá na China tem uma represa gigante, um rio Yangtze, alguma coisa assim. Mas ela não tem dados de lá para falar para a gente.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So next, in the last, I would like to talk about, can you please do this? The first, this, yeah. Okay, so let's, in the end, talk about what the United Nations has to say. Everybody knows that there is a 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Do you know that?
Ela está perguntando se todo mundo conhece os 17 compromissos das Nações Unidas para combater a fome e promover o progresso. Yeah, they know.
Okay, so there are, in the end, I would like to tell you like that UN has devised 17 goals, sustainable development goals that they want to achieve by the year 2030, I think. 2030, anybody remembers that?
2013?
So when do they want? I think it's 2000. It's okay. So they want to achieve, there are 17 sustainable development goals. So let's understand, there is no poverty. They want to completely eradicate this poverty. There should not be hunger, good health and well-being. You start.
I'll translate them.
You tell them.
Ok, ela vai mostrar rapidamente as 17 metas das Nações Unidas, né? Acabar com a pobreza, sem fome, bem-estar e saúde, educação de qualidade, são as propostas das Nações Unidas para o mundo todo, né? E eles cobram, né, que todos os países promovam isso. Ok, professor.
Okay, so quality education, that is also very important, quality of education. Gender equality, I think this is a very important topic that needs to be talked about throughout the world. That is gender equality, clean water and sanitation. Let me give you an example onto this. Africa, in one part of Africa, what I was reading through the newspapers, there is a shortage of water. Can you please tell them?
Ela vai dar exemplo para nós, eu não entendi bem o que ela disse com relação ao nome da empresa, mas que eles usam muita água. Então ela vai explicar algum detalhe com relação a isso.
I hope you know that. Who knows that? Let me...
No, they don't know. You should explain.
Okay, so water in the future is going to be scarce and we should use it diligently. In many countries of the world, even in India, if I talk about my country, so there is like Delhi, you must be knowing, there is one place in India that is called as Delhi. It does not have a good drinking water, right? It does not have a good drinking water. And the water is very, very, very polluted. And even in one country of Africa, so they do not have the water, you know. So the water is going to be scarce in future, the drinking water I'm talking about, because we are polluting it day by day, right? Our industries, our factories, and even we are polluting it. We are polluting our rivers. If we have a rivers in the country, we are polluting it. So it is very important to take care of this clean water and sanitation. Just explain that.
Água está acabando. Quem tem água vai ter um tesouro na mão, né? Em outras palavras, é o que ela disse. E que lá na Índia, em Nova Delhi, não tem água potável. A água é muito suja, muito poluída. E que isso é um problema, porque sem água ninguém vive, né? Então, um dos pontos que a gente tem que ter muito cuidado é com relação à água, evitar o poluir ao máximo, porque está escasso, tá acabando.
Okay, World Bank, everybody knows World Bank. So the World Bank is also giving funds. Like if I talk about my country again, there is a river called as Ganga. And in my country, the World Bank is giving so much of funds to India to clean that river, right? Because it is polluted at some parts that you can see and you cannot drink that water. So which is very harmful for the environment, for the people, for even the fishes, right? So this needs to be taken care of.
O Banco Mundial está financiando projetos na Índia para despoluir a água, porque do jeito que está não tem condição, não conseguem tomar, nem os peixes conseguem sobreviver. Deve estar como lá o Tietê, lá em São Paulo, né? Ou talvez até pior. Então, o Banco Mundial tem programas para financiar projetos, bons projetos que tratem da água. Né?
Okay, so let's move to another. Affordable and clean energy. Back. So we have already talked about this. Next is decent work and economic growth. Next, industry, innovation and infrastructure. You know that we are innovating day by day. Everybody knows that.
Let me translate to them, right? Número 8 lá, trabalho decente, crescimento econômico, promover indústrias, inovações e infraestrutura, reduzir as desigualdades e promover cidades sustentáveis, assim como comunidades. Okay.
Let me ask you a question now. So we say we are innovating. Let me ask you a question. If we are using cryptocurrency, do you think we are innovating? Can you ask a question?
Cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency.
Vocês acham que usar criptomoeda é uma inovação?
This is a question to you. Like we are innovating, yes?
Não existe aquilo, né? Ok. Professor, he said it was an innovation, but nowadays it's not anymore, according to him, because according to him, people understood it could be a fake.
Okay. I have a different viewpoint anyways, because, you know, in many countries, it is legal, a tender of money. Do you know that? Can you
Ela discorda de você, que em muitos países é legal você usar a criptomoeda, né?
Okay.
E ela vai dar mais detalhes disso aqui. Oi, tá. He's saying regarding the cryptocurrency, in some countries, they need a lot of mining to produce source to become currency. He asks if you know something about that. You have to get some gold?
No.
No?
No.
To support the currency?
No. 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 It's a currency that you cannot hold. It does not have a back end of a gold or something like that. No. this is the terrifying thing about this cryptocurrency. Even if the value decreased, if the value of the cryptocurrency decreased, so you have nothing in your hands and you cannot go to any government. The government cannot support you. Like if you have a physical currency, like the way we use, so the currency fails, the government is there to support you. But if the cryptocurrency fails, there is nobody to support you. Nobody. This is all superficial money, right? So this is what I was talking about. So we have to be very careful. Like if we are innovating, so we have to be very, very, very careful what we are doing, what we are innovating, and what we are doing.
Just a question. Do you agree with cryptocurrency? No? Ok, ok. Ela diz o seguinte, que a gente tem que tomar, o que ela está falando, que ela não concorda muito com a criptomoeda, não, como o jovem ali falou. E que tem que tomar muito cuidado com esses negócios de inovação, porque às vezes a inovação vem acompanhada aí de uma certa, né, malandragem na história. Criptomoeda, como ela comentou, você não tem nenhum lastro, você não tem reservas de ouro no banco para poder cobrir aquele valor que você tem em papel. Não, ela falou o seguinte, que se eles te passarem a perna, você dançou. Você não tem a quem recorrer, né? Você não tem governo que dê suporte a isso, você não tem lei que dê suporte a isso. Mas por que ela fala isso? Para puxar o assunto inovação. Cuidado com a inovação, porque nem tudo que é novo é honesto, né? Então, esse é o ponto que ela comentou. Não, ela não deu detalhes disso, não. Perguntei para ela, mas ela não deu detalhes. Ok, professor.
So the next is reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities. You know, let me tell you this thing. The government in India, they are making a project for the smart cities. Smart cities include, like, we are emphasizing, our government is emphasizing on the smart cities that will be built on the basis of sustainable development, right? So this is another motive of the UN.
What are smart cities? What do you mean by that?
I mean that the electricity, like if you are using the electricity, it will be using solar panels. If you so minimum waste will be generated. So the cities that will generate minimum carbon dioxide.
And then the government support those cities.
They are into the project. They are doing this project that emits minimum carbon dioxide. That is called as the smart city projects in India.
Okay.
And that leads to sustainable development, you see?
Okay. Lá na Índia, eles estão desenvolvendo projetos de cidades espertas, né? Cidades que usam os recursos de forma sustentável. E o governo está investindo nesse tipo de projetos. Não em todas as cidades ainda, mas em algumas cidades. Talvez pilotos, né? Para poder aprender e, com isso, multiplicar.
Next is reasonable consumption and production and climate action. Okay, I want to give you another example. You know, if there is more of carbon dioxide emission by the industries, the way we are moving today, you know, the glaciers on the earth, they will melt. And if the glaciers, they melt, so what will happen is the low-lying areas of the world that get submerged into the water, and we will have more and more water, like we'll have more and more of the water and less of the cities. So this is very, very important that we should not do more and more pollution. We should avoid it.
Ok. Ela está falando no item 14, a vida embaixo da água, né? E devido ao aquecimento global, aquece a água, mata os animais, e aí afeta também a economia, porque muitas pessoas dependem desse tipo de recurso.
So, so we have less life below water. You know, let me give another example onto this, that is life below water. It is very important, like we should have more and more of fishes, because if we disturb any chain that is made by the so that has a repercussions on us as well. Like, let me give an example onto that. The oil spill, there is so much of oil into these countries. What is that called as? Islamic countries. There is more and more of the oil there is more and more of the oil, and they extract it. So if you go and see on the seashore of it, so you will see a thick layer of oil all around, and there is no, because of that, there is no survival of the fishes, and you won't be able to find fishes out there. So it is very, very important to preserve them as well, and to take care of our seas and oceans.
Ela fala que nos países no Oriente Médio ali, muita produção de petróleo, muito. E que na praia há muito óleo que às vezes vaza, que fica ali, mata os peixes, tudo. E que isso é um problema grave, isso tem que evitar e que tem que preservar a água e inclusive a vida embaixo da água.
Okay, so I think I should, you understand other things, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and partnership for the goal throughout the world. This is more important, that we should move hands together. We should move together, all of us, throughout the world to attain these sustainable goals that has been made by the UN.
O item 17, formar parcerias para atingir as metas. Então, a 17ª meta é formar parcerias para atender as outras 16. Porque fazendo isso, o mundo vai melhorar, vai se tornar um lugar menos problemático do que está se tornando.
That's all from my side.
Really?
You want me to speak more?
Wow, sure. Ela fala que da parte dela, é isso. Se vocês têm alguma dúvida, algum comentário, ela está à disposição para...
Is it interesting?
Of course it is.
Ask
Very
them.
interesting.
Ask them.
I'm talking to them a little bit about questions for you. Alguma pergunta? Vocês queriam complementar alguma coisa? Algo que vocês não entenderam? Quem sabe até mesmo da Índia, de onde ela vem? De onda, né? Vou perguntar para ela. Wave energy produced over the sea. Do you know something? Não. Não sabe. Ela não tem informação. He's saying, asking you a question about your future regarding the students there at school. He's saying, in his opinion, the government should demand, demand a lot from the students so they can, in terms of, he's saying the government push a lot the students so they can study well, being good students, and revert to the society the investment which was done in them. Is that true? Yes. Yeah, that happens?
Yes. Let me give you examples onto that. In the morning, even I was talking to the students of UNIS educational group. So they were high school students. Let me give an example. we have IITs, we have IIMs, and this is good for doing engineering, IITs, and they're very cheaper. If you get through the exams and passes IIT exams, and if you get your degree, so you are considered as one of the best in the country and even in the world. Let me give another example. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of the Google. How many of you know that? Pehle explain, just
I'll
explain.
explain to them.
Haan.
Okay. Ela falou que o que você diz é um processo. Ele cobra, né? Cobra dele um retorno para a sociedade. Investe e ela fala certos programas lá, o aluno que é admitido, e ele é considerado um dos melhores, mas ele vai ter que dar retorno. Então, essa cobrança existe lá.
Sundar Pichai of Google, CEO. How many of you know? Ask them.
Ela está perguntando quantos de vocês sabem quem é o CEO, quem é o presidente da Google.
How many of you know him?
Quantos de vocês conhecem o presidente, o
The
CEO
Google
da Google?
that we use.
They know Google.
I know that.
Mhm.
The Google that you use, the website, he is the present CEO of Google, that is Sundar Pichai, and he's from India.
Let me tell them.
Yeah.
De acordo com ela, o presidente da Google é da Índia.
Yes. And, again, one example, the government hospitals, some of the government hospitals, they're very cheaper. In even 10 years, you will get a good treatment for your general prescriptions and all that, just for 10 years. So the government pays the doctors, and this is for the good of the society, so that everybody can get the good prescriptions by the doctors.
And the medicine they get
Medicines
is for free?
are no.
No?
No,
You have to pay
medicines
for
are
them.
not free.
Oh, okay.
The
Just
prescriptions at
attending.
least they can get, yes.
Ok. Ela está dizendo que o atendimento é gratuito, de qualidade, e aí eu complementei se o remédio também era de graça. Eu falei que não, o remédio tem que se virar.
That's it.
Questions?
Any other?
Perguntas? She's saying here in Brazil, there are solar farms, huge areas they buy and put a lot of solar plates to produce energy and sell. This is one point. Another point, there are some people that buys areas to grow trees so they can offset carbon. Offset carbon. The question is, that happens in China, in India? Happens to
Okay.
I made a mistake here. Instead of saying India, I said China. Sorry.
India. Okay. Any other question?
Technical problem.
Bom, gostaria de saber qual a posição hoje do presidente da Índia a respeito do incentivo à sustentabilidade no país e como as empresas fazem lá para, digamos, aproveitar os recursos que são usados e descartados no ambiente.
She asks you if the Indian president supports companies that use solar green energies.
Yes, they support.
do companies reuse waste they produce in India? They have a kind of program to do this kind of
No, not able to understand. Can you repeat?
companies in India.
Hmm.
Do they reuse waste?
Reuse.
Yeah, waste they
Yes.
produce.
Yes.
Is
yes.
there government support this kind of
Yes.
programs?
Yeah.
How?
How? Now, they are trying to use the things that is what the things they are doing is they are trying to use the things that is biodegradable. That is first thing the companies they are doing, right? So I give you an example, a straw. So straw can be, earlier it used to be a plastic, now it is of paper. And the bags, we are not, the companies, they are trying to use the bags of cotton cloth and not of polythenes. So the companies, what they are doing is basically, they are trying to change, they are moving towards the products that is renewable in nature.
And the government subsidize
Yes,
those kind of
definitely
actions?
the government supports them. Yes.
O governo dá suporte, sim, e que as empresas promovem programas para reutilização do que eles geram, mas a ideia é usar produtos biodegradáveis. Ela deu um exemplo de sacolas, em vez de sacolas descartáveis, ou sacola de tecido, né, que você pode ir e voltar com ela quantas vezes você quiser. E aí eu perguntei, o governo dá subsídios para isso? Sim.
Even we as a customer supports the companies, those who uses these kind of products. So because the environment should be protected.
Ela diz que os próprios clientes também apoiam esse tipo de atitude. Eles procuram esse tipo de companhias que pensam assim. Good. In the whole country, there is a kind of selective collection of the waste, like separate paper from plastics and glass. Is that
Not much. Not much.
just in the capital? Or
Just in the
capital, Delhi? Or in
not
the inner
much.
area?
Not much. That is a problem. So what, let me tell you another thing. Because of this waste, the engineers, what they are doing right now is they are trying to make roads, and they are trying to put this garbage onto the roads, like plastic waste especially, so that the roads can be made stronger and better. So this is like actually what is happening is the engineers and the people, they are devising such strategies that can use that waste and make good use of it. So this is one example that I have gave you is like use of the polythenes. So what they do is like some kind of glass and all that, making roads, and that becomes more durable when you use those things onto the roads.
You mean roads?
Roads. This is one example.
I'll tell him. Otávio, diz que lá não é bem implementado o coleta seletiva, precisa melhorar. Mas que a turma lá está desenvolvendo metodologias de usar esses resíduos para fazer asfalto para as rodovias. Está usando isso para esse tipo de coisa.
But I will definitely not lie. The waste is definitely a problem in India. This is what a problem is. Yes, sure.
O lixo ainda é grande problema.
Yes, any other question?
Mais? Hidrogênio verde. Green hydrogen. Do you know something about that?
That is used as a clean energy for the cars, I feel.
Ela fala
Cars?
que esse combustível é usado, você está perguntando para carros ou para geral? In general usage, not
No,
just by
I don't
car.
know about that.
He asking about biodegradable energy using biodigesters. Do you know something about that?
Biodegradable?
Yeah. You put waste on the ground, it produce gas, and then you transform gas
Yes,
into energy.
yes, we do that. Yes. Let me give an example. The shit of the cow dung. The cow dung that is used to make the electricity, or it can be put into the cylinders and that can be sold.
What do you mean by colas?
Methane gas.
Methane gas, okay.
That is called as a methane gas that we produce. Methane.
Mhm, methane gas.
Yes, that is that can be utilized, you know.
Mhm. Ela fala.
Poderia repetir no microfone para nós?
There is a company in Germany, I'm not sure if you know that, but I know. They transform methane into carbon. Because methane is 10 times worse than carbon. So they transform methane into carbon, so carbon pollute less than methane. Estou falando para ela que tem uma coisa que transforma methane. I'm sorry. I think when I talk in Portuguese, I should not use the microphone, sorry. Eu disse para ela que na Alemanha tem uma empresa que transforma metano em gás carbônico. O metano é 10 vezes pior do que o gás carbônico. Então, se você consegue transformar em gás carbônico, você, apesar de poluir, polui menos. E aí, gente? Dúvidas, perguntas, comentários? Vamos aproveitar.
Any other question? I think it's the word quatrendo.
I'm sorry, say again.
Any other question means quatrendo.
Quatrendo?
Yeah.
In India?
In English is what?
Oh, sorry, I didn't get it.
I'm saying the Portuguese word now. I'm saying quatrendo in English is what? Okay, it's okay.
You say qual
Qual
to
to
dúvida.
duty.
Ela quer tentar falar
whatever.
qual a sua dúvida em português. E aí, gente? Questions? Okay. Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Bom, então, gostaria de agradecer a professora. Thank you very much. E agora, assim, acho que foi muito proveitoso, né? Gostei muito da participação de vocês aí, participaram bastante, muito legal. E os professores, retornando para a sala, não sei se vão dar aí uns 5 minutos para o pessoal tomar uma água. Não tem, eu não tenho mais não.
Sim.
É só para tomar uma aguinha. Ok? Então, pessoal, vamos retomar as aulas, tá? Mais uma vez, muito obrigado. Sem dúvida. Valeu, pessoal, obrigado.